right, welcome to the third and final game of the evening. Up this time is Teacup. So, Teacup is, first of all, the name of the character, a anthropomorphic frog, who's apparently a bit of a shut-in. But it's also the premise of the game. Not so much the teacup, but tea. Oh, this game, it's all about tea. Like, it is a short and wholesome narrative adventure game, which focuses on exploration and, to a point, on linear progression. Like, I wouldn't make too much of that, because you are a frog who has run out of tea and has to go outside to get more tea, because she's having a tea party in a few days, or like the next day. It's coming up soon. And yeah, that's your premise and your goal. So it's more of a actual adventure game than some of these, but you're not going to be challenged. This is a Whitethorn digital release. We've had them on the program before. We've reviewed a number of their games, so so we know that they're a firm that has a specific idiom when it comes to releasing games, external or internal. And in Whitethorn's case, that is being super casual and relaxing. And yeah, those are definitely words I would apply to this game. But before I get more into thoughts on that, there is also mini games. Like, every time you come across progression, usually in the form of, getting one of the ingredients, you have to do a mini game. Whether it be not like on the same page, you got what looks like Tetris. That's not Tetris. That's Tangram. Like, I don't really have time to explain what that is. Like, just go look it up. But
it's not falling blocks puzzles. It's assembling mostly triangles to fill up a shape.
Right, but instead of that, it's tetraminos or
gotcha.
tetrids. Yeah. So it's basically Tetris combined with Tangram, which is something I have seen before. Anyway, but that is just one mini game. Each event is its own mini game, and it's all super casual stuff. Very simple. Let's see. One of them is a hidden object game. One of them is the most basic of basic rhythm games. One of them's a basic memory game. You get the idea. Like, none of them are especially challenging or difficult, and there's no penalty for failure. It's just, do the game. And I'd say the most difficult one by a large margin was the gear puzzle, in that you actually had to put some actual thought into it. Though, if you take too long on a puzzle, at least one that requires thinking, there will be a hint button. And, it will come back every so often. So, you can play the game, you can just abuse that if you want to. Like, gotta admit, I did use that the second time around, because I had gotten through a significant portion of the game. Then, the crash happened. This game apparently doesn't have cloud saves, so I had to restart. It was like a half an hour at best. Probably even shorter, because I wasn't looking at all of the narrative sentences. Let me see. As far as how useful is this game in regards to tea, shockingly useful, because your main item is a tea book, and it gives you details on all real-world ingredients for tea and pointers on how to prepare them. And in some of the entries, there are some like in-game hints on where they grow. So it's actually a good primer to the world of teas.
Won't make you. There are lots of rules in tea about like what you add hot water to and what you add to hot water.
Right. And indeed sweetener, because it uses 2 types of sweetener, honey and sugar. And it also takes a controversial position. None of the tea is served with milk. I am not joking about this, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, no, milk in tea is a very contentious thing. It's based on regional. Like you don't offer somebody from Central Asia milk and tea. You know, hint, it's a thing that the British popularized. So, there's a whole lot of, the things you learn about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so as far as what I thought, okay, there's no easy way to get around this. I thought this was too far in the casual, breezy direction. I found it was honestly kind of dull. Because, like I said, if you want this, be interested in tea. Because otherwise, you're basically playing the video game equivalent of, I don't know, Blue's Clues. Some preschool thing. That's not a bad thing, but, I'd say even as a relaxation game, it's kind of not all that good. When I get down to it. One of the problems is a lack of a run button. Like, it's taking the casual thing so to core. All your movement speed is a slow jaunt, let's say, which is a bout of irony, because it's like, okay, I've seen this place, I know it's not very long, I'd still like to get through it faster, like other video games let me. But no, I guess that would throw off the pace of the whole deal. And as far as its graphical stylings are, once again, very children's picture book-esque. And I suppose, like, using this game, having children play this game, I'd say yes, with the caveat with that, once again, this is all about tea. I'm not sure how interested the, let's say, 5 to 12 demographic is going to be about tea.
I don't know. I think I kind of got into it after reading The Wind in the Willows.
Right. I'm saying that there will be kids that could get into this, but it's not, this isn't a fundamental teaching tool. This is a niche teaching tool. Like, introducing kids to the world of tea, you're golden. Trying to teach your kids reading, maybe. Outside of that, okay, you got some logic puzzles. There's some limited educational value here, but it's not really going for an educational bent, necessarily. So I'm just saying, like, kids can play this. It's just, it's only going to be a specific subset that are going to actually be engaged in it, just given the subject matter.
Right.
Anyway, the music, most of it's nice, though I really liked the puzzle music. That was a standout track. Not really something I buy independently, but worked well for the game. And let's see. It clocks in at $10. Now, that's the other thing here. No, sorry, this is not a $10 game. Absolutely not. 5 would be the max. It's too short. It's too breezy for $10. there's nothing wrong with short experiences, pricing them appropriately. It's like, I'll be honest, like the narrative components here, the art style, the music, nothing here adds up to this game is worth a tenner. Half of that, yes. Especially since, like I said, you could probably blaze through this in an hour. I mean, I guess there's replay value, but not really. No, this is definitely a one and done. Especially since, like, it's got achievements. They're auto achievements, basically. I mean, you get to a point, you complete the puzzle, you get the achievement. So nothing really doing on that end either. So yeah, overall rating, average, leaning towards the lower end of that spectrum. It does nothing really wrong, but it just felt like it tilted it way too into the whole casual vibe to make it too insubstantial for its price point. But so basically pick it up on a sale. Anyway, so that'll about do it for this review and review session. We will be back to normal capacity going forward since my laptop is fixed. It's been working fine, and I have a 30-day guarantee. So if something came up, I'll just take it back to the shop and they'll take care of it. Anyway, so the week ahead. Coming up on October 13th, I'm pleased to announce that we'll be having Cecilia Schilling of Yacht Club Games. It's been a while since we've had Yacht Club on the show. In fact, we've never had Yacht Club Games on this show. That was a MSP broadcast. We're talking, that's when Shovel Knight was in development. The original base game, Strike the Earth Shovel Knight. So, and of course, we were going to be talking about Shovel Knight. That is specifically Shovel Knight Pocket Edition. And probably that Cyber Shadow game they published this year. Still need to get footage for that. It was a bit touch and go because I only had access to a touchscreen this week. Oof. Trying to do actual letters on a touchscreen, nope, that's not happening. And let me see. We might have a Friday show. We are currently scheduled to have a Friday show, but I'm having doubts that we're going to have a Friday show. Mainly because the guest hasn't chimed in for confirmation yet. So always a concern there. Also worth noting that Antonio previously we had to delay this interview in the past, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it does, I'll have words on it on Wednesday. As far as I know, we do have another episode of Last News Desk on the Left planned. And the updating of the website should recommence. As far as the episodes hitting YouTube, bit of a system-wide snag there as Twitch is having problem with the YouTube link up. Don't know when that's getting fixed. So, and yeah, that'll about do it. And until Wednesday, I shall wish you good gaming.